Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, testing 1, 2, 3. Getting ready to go live. Testing mics.
Testing 1, 2, 3. And this is Rosendo Caballero from Eunice, New Mexico, who is not running the camera today.
We are testing mics, getting ready to go live. We've got the JV game going right now. We should be live on the air. We just wanted to jump on here, test some mics, let you know you're watching the JV game. This is set number 2. Texico took the first set. A lot to a little.
Yes,
and it's 18-7 here in set number 2. Reminder, in the JV games, they just play the best of 3. So if Texico goes on to win this game or this set, the game would be over. So we're just testing mics, getting ready to go live.
That sounds good over here.
I'm going to send it over for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice High School athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals! The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy support services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Bart Parker, owner of Redbird LP Gas Company, and his employees are proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Bart, class of 1971, state champions of both basketball and baseball, support the kids with their academics and athletics. They realize that balancing both is challenging and appreciate their determination. Redbird knows the Eunice Cardinals have worked really hard to get where they're at, and they are cheering them on all the way. Bart and his crew say, "Go Eunice Cardinals!" BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Devon Energy is proud to support Eunice High School athletic programs. By partnering with Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Cardinals!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partner, Rosendo Caballero.
What's
Welcome,
up, Mr.
Rosendo.
Jones? How you doing tonight?
Another day in the life here, just trying to get this coverage in on some Eunice Cardinal volleyball.
Hustle,
How about you?
hustle, man. Running around like a wild man, but we're here, brother.
Our main man, Charlie Fairbrush, a.k.a. The Thumb, he's out of town. He's probably got his thumb in the air right now. It's just the immediate reaction when you say the thumb pops up. So there's a thumb for him. Charlie, we miss you. Drive safe, and look forward to seeing you next time. Safe travels. Tonight, we return to the hardwood for some volleyball action. Your Lady Cardinals have had a rough start to this 2023 campaign. They currently find themselves at 1-7, ranked in the bottom 5 in Max Preps when I looked today in the entire state of New Mexico. It's been a rough, tough year. I don't think anyone saw this coming. I know I didn't.
I didn't either. I didn't expect this.
Eunice has made its way into the state tournament for many years. In fact, they've only missed the state tournament 2 or 3 times in the last 20 years. Over the last few years, they have been ranked inside the top 10, even inside the top 3 over the last probably 4 years. However, this team is different. And what I mean by different is it's different people. First of all, the only returning starter from last season's state tournament team that was a regular starter is senior Chloe Jones. Jones, a multiple-year starter. She's won numerous awards in her career. Unfortunately for Eunice, she plays the libero position, or defensive specialist position, so she really can't help much offensively. She's also a multiple-year district high point track and field athlete, last year's Hobbs News Sun All-Area Track and Field Athlete of the Year, a multiple-year state medalist, a state runner-up in multiple events a year ago. She's a multiple-year starter and award winner in basketball. She may be the most athletic young lady in the entire school. She's the only long-term starter, as I mentioned, returning to this season's team. Eunice also returns 6-foot senior Sarah Reeves. Reeves did start some games last season for the Lady Cards, especially late come playoff time. She played last year in that blocking position. They used her as a defensive blocking specialist. However, this season, she's having to play offensively and defensively in the front row. The rotations are a little different. She's long, though. She's 6 foot, long, athletic frame, comes from an athletic family. She's another who had great success last year at the state level in track and field. Once again, she's very athletic. I believe the only other player returning from last season's state tournament roster would be Alondra Maureen. Maureen is another young lady who played good minutes last season, but they were all played on the defensive side of the ball. She played the back row. She's another one of those multiple sport athletes who had success, or who has had success in multiple sports. She's athletic. I keep saying that. Keep that in mind as I get to the end of this. So these three, as I mentioned, are very athletic young ladies, but they all played defense last year. That was their specialty. Jones at the libero, defensive specialist. the blocker in Reeves, the back row specialist in Maureen. So the entire offense from last season has been replaced with new faces, most of them young, not all of them, but definitely young when it comes to playing time. There are some very young, athletic ladies on this team, including freshman Kara Thompson. Thompson is one of those young ladies who has the wow factor. She is a young lady, just a freshman, but she can do some things that make you say, wow. She's athletic, she can jump, she can hit, she can serve, she sets, she can do it all. She has the makings, in my opinion, of a college-level volleyball player. As a freshman, she makes some out-of-this-world type plays. She is young, and she does make freshman mistakes right now. We're going to need her this season to get out of those freshman mistakes at some point late in the season if we're going to go very far. Her athleticism and skill are way above, and I'm going to say this, and people might not agree or might not like it, her athleticism and skill are above any freshman that I have ever seen play for Eunice, ever. And we've had numerous girls that went on to play college volleyball. Kara Thompson is just, in my opinion, a different level. This young lady stands at the back wall, takes off running, chunks the ball up to the ceiling, jump serves like you wouldn't believe, hits rockets over the net. She can set, she can play the back row, she can hit at the front row, she's athletic. She comes from that Thompson family. Like I said, she's gonna be great. She's just a freshman right now and still needs some time to develop some of those more probably mental skills than anything else, that confidence. Senior outside hitter Amaya Gillespie is another very athletic young lady. She can definitely hit it. I've talked about her before this year and her direct link to some of the Eunice volleyball greats in her family on one side of the family. I found out this week that her mother was an amazing volleyball player for Albuquerque High in Albuquerque, won numerous awards, recognized across Albuquerque as an amazing player. So this young lady's got volleyball in her genes. Junior Michaela Pierce joins the team this year. She's another great athlete who has won numerous awards in numerous sports, specifically softball. She's another hitter in that front line. Another kid with sports genetics. Junior Aubrey Haller returns after injuries, another front row player, another multiple sport athlete, another very athletic young lady. Freshman Mylene Villa has burst onto the Eunice volleyball scene this year. The freshman is one of 2 setters for the team. She's another very athletic young lady who has the makings of a good one. Mariah McGuire is a junior who plays multiple positions, another multiple sport athlete that's very athletic. And lastly on this roster, according to Max Preps, this is the end of the roster anyway, and all I do is read it off of there. I don't have the ability to update it, so my apologies if I skip somebody, and by the looks of the numbers out there, I probably
did.
According to Max Preps, is sophomore Lizzie Gaitan, another multi-sport athlete with multi-sport success, another very athletic young lady. This team has some athletes. There's no doubt about athleticism. I can't quite explain the lack of success. The team is very inconsistent. You may see the most amazing serve you've ever seen, and then the next serve will go straight into the net. You may see the most amazing spike or kill that brings the entire crowd to their feet, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, did you see that? And then the next 3 hits are straight out of the back of the gym into the wall, not even close to the court. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to anybody that I've talked to that's watched much volleyball with this group. I can't figure it out, and apparently neither can our coaching staff, because we ain't figured it out yet. We've tried numerous rotations. We've tried numerous people changing positions. It just hasn't really worked for us this year, and I don't know why. A strange year. What more can I say? Have you got to see them much this year?
I've got to see them 3 times, I believe, and the 3 times I've seen them, you hit the nail on the head. sometimes they're great, sometimes they're horrible, and sometimes you're like, are they even in the same gym we are?
Right, right.
So
this team also seems to play to the level of the competition that they play against. For example, they played Cloudcroft, who right now in Max Preps is the top team in the state of New Mexico. They're undefeated. They've been rolling everyone, just killing people. Most of the game, most of the first 2 sets, Eunice and Cloudcroft were neck and neck. The first 2 sets were very competitive. The first set was tied at 15-15 at one point before Eunice ended up losing 25-17. The second set, very similar. It was tied at like 12. By the time the whole thing was over, we had lost again, and then in the third set, the wheels just fell off, and we looked like they had already beat us. So there you go, you can have it. So they played competitive scores in each of those sets. They've also done, one other thing I was going to say is, by the time we got to the third set, it looked like they were ready to go back to the marshmallow and eat some go back to the cabin and eat some marshmallows. My tongue's tied. They've played other teams very well, including 4A Lovington, very close sets every single time. Then we play teams that we should just destroy, and the score is almost identical. You know, it's a neck and neck game up until about 20, and we lose. And it's just like the wheels fall off when the pressure gets on us late in each set. I can't figure it out. So I will say this team is better athletically, physically, intelligently. They're better than their record shows. If the light bulb ever comes on, we could see an amazing turnaround. If it doesn't, we could be on a collision course with an early basketball season, in my opinion, a win-win. Okay? We either turn it around and we look good, or we move on to my favorite sport, you know.
That's a win-win for you, huh?
Yeah.
Like you just said.
For Texico, what can we say? They have had one of the top volleyball programs in the state. Been that way for many years. They are number one in the latest coaches poll, which was released today. They're number 2 in the Max Preps ranking. They're tough. They don't make mistakes. They all work together like a well-oiled machine. Texico has won so many state titles in volleyball that I can't count them all. In fact, I believe they may have won more state championships in volleyball than we've won in football and baseball the last 15 years. And that's saying something, because we're pretty dang successful. That tells you how successful that this Texico volleyball program has been over the last 15, 20 years. Texico is led by junior Aspen Furrow. The 5'6" pack of dynamite is averaging nearly 4 kills per set. Junior Adeline Autry has the best hitting percentage on the team. Autry also leads the team in blocks with 20 on the season. Junior Desiree Holman leads the team in digs at 3%, and senior Ella Collins has 2.8%, 83 on the season. Collins also leads the team in assists with 223. That is a huge number. Wow. Junior Abby Hackma leads the team in service aces with 23. I will tell you, as a guy who used to coach girls basketball, there's a lot of last names in that roster that I recognize that used to give me nightmares back in my coaching days. As anybody that followed us back then knows, Texico was just our kryptonite and probably kept us from winning 4, maybe 5 state championships during our runs there that we had. And so I recognize some of these last names, and they're not what I would say normal last names, so instantly I see them, and like Hackma and Sowers, you know, some of those last names just instantly stick out to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember those names. And so, anyway, looks like we're getting ready. We got about 2 minutes on the clock. What are your thoughts today, Rosendo?
Let's go out there and have some fun and play your game for Eunice. You're out there and get the hits you need to get hit and the sets you need to get set. That's all I got to say, Coach.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that, you know, I mean, Eunice has got nothing to lose here. They're 1-7. Texaco comes in 7-1.
And it's a district game, right? Correct?
You know, it may be now. I forgot that. I didn't even look. You know, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is on the schedule, but like I said, it may be. And the only reason I don't think that is because today I was in court. I got a message from some of the girls on the team asking me if I would be willing to go down and announce them when they come out today. And I said, sure, if you guys need me to. And then a little bit later, they got they sent me a message saying no, that they were told that I couldn't. So anyway, and the response that they forwarded to me said that we usually only do that during district games.
Oh, okay.
Which makes no sense to me. We shoot fireworks and have announcing at football games that aren't district games, but I guess we don't do.
Talking about district games, I think they have a district game this week.
For football.
Yes.
A big one with these two teams right here, these two schools matching up, number 1 versus number 2, depending on which polls you look at. It's going to be a big week. Hopefully we got through last week uninjured and healthy, and we can move on and get going into 2A play.
2A playoffs for football. And also the girls play Melrose Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah, another tough one.
Yes.
I think the last deal I saw has them ranked either number 1 or number 2.
They're always tough
in their class. So, another extremely tough matchup for the Lady Cards here for sure. So getting ready to get started. I don't know if they're going to do the national anthem and all that. We'll start to run through some of these sponsors. Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Lobo Trucking, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, Redbird Gas, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Guns Up Services, Debbie's Country Kitchen, Herrera's Oilfield, and Devon Energy is hiring. The two teams are shaking hands. So I'm assuming there'll be no national anthem, no.
I guess you are assuming
no
correct.
Announcing. We'll play it like we do a scrimmage in the summertime. Just got a little bit bigger crowd out
Bigger
there.
crowd and the radio.
That's right. So as everybody shakes hands and gets ready to go, we're getting ready to get started. Once again, for those of you from Texico, we're going to try to cover your team as best we can and allow you to watch from the comfort of your own home for free. However, just understand this broadcast is paid for by Eunice companies, and we're a couple of Eunice dads and Eunice alums, so if we get a little excited for Eunice and not for Texico, it isn't a knock on you. It's just our kiddos and our family out there playing, and our apologies. But we definitely respect you, but we'd like to whoop you, too.
Yeah. That being said, go Eunice, right?
That's right. So Texico looks like they're going to start the serving here. My vision is not very good looking, so I can't quite see the number, but she's going to throw it up and hit it over. Jones with the first touch, hits it over to Thompson. Thompson to Reeves. Reeves hits it across.
Oh, nice job.
Reeves with the first kill. A kill for Sarah Reeves.
We'll take it any way possible, brother.
Yep.
So bear with me. I'll be running the camera, so hopefully I pay attention.
Yeah, we're one man short, so anyway, we're going to try to make this as best we can. Here comes the serve from Maureen, and it goes out of bounds, and that is
What you were talking about in the pregame.
Yeah, that is some of what we talked about in the pregame. We'll do an amazing play and then turn around and hit it out of bounds or hit it in the net. It's been that way just all year.
But we got to be consistent this late in the season.
Yeah, I concur. So I got a message from Miss Davis saying this is not a district game, but it is a 2A game. So same class, just not a district game. So Texico going to pick it up here. They set it up in the front row, and that was number 10, I believe, Harrison. Or no, that's number 11, my bad. 11 is Hodges, and that may not even have been right. I looked down and lost my chain of thought. So here we go. Texico with the serve. They lead 2-1.
Oh, man.
That ball goes off the hands of number 11 for us, who I don't even have on the roster, and out of bounds. Is that Gaetan?
Yes. She's not on the roster.
Yeah, I will add her here. So my apologies. I'm trying to add some people as Texico scores again, 4-1. So we've got a completely different starting lineup than the last time I watched the Lady Cards. And so, anyway, back to serve is Texico. This is number 3, Taylor Sowers. She throws it up and hits it over. Maureen with the first touch. Over to Thompson. Thompson sets it for Pierce. Pierce hits it across. Texico quickly plays it over, and now they're just going to send it over. Maureen, Thompson to Reeves. Reeves with a nice shot there. Texico coming back the other way.
Oh, good
Thompson,
volley.
Maureen, and then a good one-handed punch over by Pierce. Texico set at the net. Maureen got under it, but it goes off her hands and out of bounds. And just like that, Eunice trails 5-1.
That was a good hit by the Texico girl. She hit that with power.
Yeah, for sure. And Taylor Sowers back to serve again. She's on a little bit of a run here. Throws it up and hits it over. Maureen with the first touch. Gets it up in the air, and Eunice just going to have to send it across. Texico going to set it over on that right side. They hit it across.
Oh,
and
man.
The ball finds the floor. I think that was your setter in the back.
Had to run all the way up there, yes.
Well, she hit it. She got the first touch. So then the way I looked to me, there wasn't another setter, so they were all looking around like, who's going to set? So the ball finds the floor 6-1. That's some of that discombobulation that I've been talking about. Sowers with the hit over. Ends up at the net, and at the net is big Aspen Furrow, who slams it down on our side. It's 7-1, and Eunice's coach going to take a timeout here. Eunice trails 7-1 early in the first set.
On that stuff, we got to get to those 50-50 balls. That being said, give a shout out to our sponsors: Park Energy Service, BTA Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Lobo Trucking, Corner Hardware, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, Redbird Gas, Eunice Wrecker and Rentals, Guns Up Services, Debbie Country Kitchen, Herrera Oilfield Services. Our proud sponsors of today's regular volleyball game.
Your Eunice Cardinals are hosting the #1 team in the state on the coaches poll, the Texico Lady Wolverines. It's 7-1 here. Eunice trails, and it'll be Texico's serve as Taylor Sowers returns to the service line for Texico. Young lady's on a run. She throws it up, hits it over. First touch by Maureen. Over to Thompson. Thompson to Pierce. Pierce hits it out of the back of the end zone, or out of the back of the court, and it is 8-1.
Out of the end zone, he said. Here comes trouble.
So Sowers back up there again. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Maureen with a good first touch. Over to Thompson, now to Reeves, and Reeves hits it out of the back of the court, and it is now 9-1.
Just like that, 9-1 here in the first set. Texico has a good lead on Eunice.
So there's a first touch by Villa. Villa to Thompson, and then Reeves hits it across. Texico going to use it. They set up the spike and then slam it down. That's number 9, Aspen Furrow, and she slams it down. And that's the second time we've seen her do that here in this set. It's 10-1.
She hit that between two defenders of the Eunice Cardinals.
Sowers hits it over. Maureen with the first touch. Over to Thompson. Thompson to Reeves. Reeves with a nice shot, but it is long and out. And it is 11-1. 11-1. The Cardinals getting taken to the woodshed.
Early.
Sowers back to serve. Throws it up. Hits it over. Via Thompson. Over to Pierce. Pierce just punches it with the fist over. Texico going to set it right at the front of the net. Pierce with a save, and then Jones comes out of nowhere to knock it over to save things and keep things going. Thompson, Villa, Reeves. Reeves with a nice shot there. Texico trying to get to it. That was a great shot by Reeves. That's her second kill of this set.
That's the 2 points we've gotten, right?
Yeah, Eunice got 2 points. Reeves got 2 kills.
Go do the math, right?
Yeah. So 2-11. Villa back to serve. The freshman throws it up. Her jump serve is a good one. Texico keeps it alive, though, sets it up here, and number 7, Sonia Ortiz, hits it into the net, and that'll give the Lady Cards another point. So Villa gets a little service point action there. 3-11 is the score. Gonna throw it up and hit it, and right into the net. Just like we talked about in our pregame. One great serve, the next one in the net, and it's not, I'm not picking on Villa. It's been that way for the whole team, the whole season. It's just no rhythm, no consistency. So back is the libero for Texico. She hits it over. That's Hallman. They're going to set Thompson. Thompson just clears it across, and then they set it up in the middle. And I believe that was 29, and I don't have her on my roster either. Some of these coaches don't up-to-date their stuff in max preps, and this sure makes it hard for us to keep up with them. So here goes Holman. She's going to throw it up and hit it over. Jones with the first touch. Over to Villa. They hit it back to Jones, and Jones hits it hard from the back row, and she may score, and she does. So Jones gets her first. I'll call it a kill back there from the back row. So 4-13, and now Chloe Jones heads back to the service line. She's going to throw it up and hit it over. It's a good serve. First touch by Holman. They're struggling with it, but they get it across. Jones with the first touch back on the other side. They set up Pierce, and Pierce hits it hard, but unfortunately it's a few feet long, and it's 14-4. Your Lady Cardinals continue to stay down.
It's hard to win a game just by 1 point out of every 5 hits.
Yes. There's a nice jump serve. Jones picks it up good. Over to Villa. Villa going to set Thompson. Thompson's ball deflected at the net, but it comes back across, and Texico struggles with it, and Eunice will score another point there.
I thought that was a set play, the way she swung at it so slow. I thought somebody was coming behind her.
And they do that. They do that little quick short set sometimes. So I believe this is Pierce back to the service line now. She's going to throw it up. Hits it across. It's a good serve. Good first touch by Texico. They're going to set it up on the right side, and then they just bump it up. Jones keeps it alive. It comes back across to Texico. Texico kind of out of whack there, but they get it in play. Nice first touch by Pierce. Then they're going to set Gillespie out on the side. She hammers it over, but Texico keeps it alive. Ball ends up back on Thompson as Thompson sends it over.
Wow.
And then there is a big hit by Zero, the libero from the back row, and it flies out of bounds. The Texico faithful wanted a tip at the net, and both officials are saying no. So it's 6-14, and here we go. Pierce with the serve. Hallman with the first touch. Texico just going to punch it over with the fist. Villa going to set Gillespie. Gillespie spins one over the net, and Gillespie gets a kill.
We'll take anything right now.
Yes, for sure.
Making the score 7-14. You're just making a comeback here, huh?
Yeah, don't call it a comeback. So Pierce, the junior, the softball player, back to serve. She hits it across. It's picked up there at the net. They're going to set the same young lady who's not on the Max Preps roster. Now they're going to set Gillespie. She hits it across. Texaco keeps it alive. It ends up on the floor, and it's going to be a point for the Lady Wolverines, and that number 29, who, as I mentioned, isn't on my roster.
She's pretty good for not being on the roster.
Yeah, it's hard to believe somebody as talented as her wouldn't be on the roster, but
she's her secret weapon.
She wasn't when I printed it out. That first touch is off the hands of Pierce and out of bounds. It's 7-16.
We got to hold them here, ladies. Play some defense.
And this is number 7, Sonia Ortiz, back to serve for Texico. She throws it up, hits it over, little jump serve. Thompson, Villa, back to Thompson. Thompson with a big hit, but she gets blocked at the net. Jones keeps it alive, and then it gets cleared over by McGuire. Texico sets him at the front net, and then that ball is into the corner, and it is in back there deep.
Who did it, number 29?
Yeah, I think that was her again, yes. She slammed it hard, the no-name 29.
No name.
Fanu Lanu. We used to call them Fanu Lanus when we were prosecuting criminals. First name unknown, last name unknown. So she's a Fanu Lanu. All right.
Pretty much just John Doe.
Collins hits it across. Villa going to set Gillespie. Gillespie hits it into the net, and it's 7-18. That's one thing I've noticed all season is probably 3/4 of the other team's points all year has not been on their great plays. It's been on us hitting it into the net or out of bounds. And there is a return favor from Ortiz from Texico. And so now Eunice has a 18-8 deficit, and Kiera Thompson, the freshman, heads to the service line. Thompson going to throw it up, hit it into the net.
He said that a lot already. Into the net.
Yeah, 8-19. I've never seen it as much as I've seen it this year. And like I said, I'm not knocking any single kid. It's been all of us. 8-19. Gillespie's first touch. Over to Thompson. Thompson sets it for Gaetan. Gaetan clears it across, and I think that's Gaetan, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm blind. Texico with a nice spike there at the net. That's number 10. I'm going to call her Senya Harrison. I may be wrong on my pronunciation as the spelling is a little different. S-Y-N-I-A. Senya Harrison. It is now 8-20 as Texico returns to the service line with Fanu Lanu. Jones with the first touch. Over to Thompson, and Gaetan just going to punch it across. Texico set in the back row. They slam it hard. Pierce keeps it alive. Texico going to set it on that little short bump at the top. Thompson tried to get in there and get it. Her and Pierce ran into each other. The ball goes off one of them's hands and out of bounds, and it's 21-8. The Lady
Looks
Cards
like they're
trail.
just playing with us, man.
Yeah, I agree. So here comes the next shot. Gillespie with a good first touch. They're going to set it right back to her. She punches it at an angle over, but Texico keeps it alive. Oh, and that was Gillespie.
Oh.
Gillespie with a big kill from that left side over there. She had came in at an angle from the other side and slammed it home. That's her second kill of this set. It's 21-9.
It's kind of like an awkward kill, but she got it in there, huh?
Yeah, it kind of came off her hand funny, but
It works.
It worked good and it looked good.
You do that every time. Oh, man.
Gets it into the net.
I thought we almost made it over that time.
So it's 22-9 now. The Lady Cards trail, and that'll send, I couldn't tell if that was 8. No. Ella Collins, is that 8? I think that's 8.
Yes, that is 8.
And she hits it across. Jones with a good first touch. They set Reeves, and Reeves spins one over the top of the net, and Reeves gets her third kill of the day so far. It's now 10-22. Maureen comes in. Gillespie goes out. Back to serve is Alondra Maureen, the junior. She throws it up and hits it. Where else?
In the net.
Right in the net. 23-10 is the score. I'll bet you at least 12 of their 23 points have came off net balls. I'll bet at least another 5 have come off out of bounds balls, and then the other 5 or 6 might have been
actually
them
real
scoring.
points.
Yes, it's been that way all year. So Texico throws it up, hits it over. Jones with the first touch. Over to Thompson. Now Reeves slam dunks it. What a shot by Sarah Reeves. And that is 4 kills for Reeves here in set number 1.
She's playing hard out there,
I'm
man.
telling you, and they all do.
Yes, they just got to get the ball over the net.
Yeah. So here we go.
Is it a mental thing?
I have no idea. Via back to serve, and she gets it in. Texico with a good first touch. They're going to set it over on the wing. Maureen's ball goes back across the net to Texico, so they're going to set it at the net again, and that one goes off Maureen's hand and then off of Reeves, and it's out of bounds, and it's a point for Texico. It's 24-11.
Wow. A quick game, too.
So back to serve is Desiree Holman, the libero for Texico. She throws it up, hits it over, trying to pick her spot. Thompson to Villa, over to Pierce. Pierce slaps it toward the back row, and Pierce going to get a kill out of that deal. And it's now 12-24, and Chloe Jones heads back to the service line. Eunice trails by 12, 12-24. Throws this one up, hits it over, and it's an ace for Chloe Jones. She picks up the ace that nobody even gets to touch. So what a serve by her. And Jones heads back to the service line again. She put a little touch on that. See if she can.
There you go. We got 2 in there.
Kind of got it in the same area. Collins, they're going to set it up on the outside. That was number 7, Ortiz. Jones picks it up, and they set Maureen in the back row. She hits it across. Collins keeps it alive for Texico, and then Eunice, Villa, and Jones stand there, and neither one of them gets it, and the ball finds the back corner. It's 25-13 at the end of set number 1. The Lady Cards trail 25-13. And that is the end of set 1.
Give a shout out to our sponsors, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Gas, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, Redbird Gas, Eunice Wrecker Rentals, Guns Up Services, Debbie's Country Kitchen, Herrera's Oilfield Service, Lobo Trucking, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BTH Rentals, and BTH Service and Rentals, Parker Energy Service. Our proud sponsors of today's volleyball game. As the Eunice Cardinals are facing the Texico Wildcats.
The Wolverines.
Wolverines, I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah, Wolverines.
I'm thinking about Lovington.
Yeah, that is true. Except they're blue and this is green.
Yeah, I could have said something else. Hagerman, Bobcats, huh?
I like blue a little better than I do green. Well, not all the time, but sometimes. Yeah, so.
I like the color green on money, but that's about it.
Yeah, so set number 1 was exactly what we talked about in the pregame. It's, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from any team that we've played all year because they're great teams. But I say it again, 3/4 of the points that other teams have scored in our games this year are us hitting it into the net out of bounds or misplaying balls, not getting our butts kicked by teams. I mean, that's just not what I've seen this year.
I've never seen so many people hit into the net.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
think it's just a mental thing for them. Like, they're young. They probably get nervous at that line.
Yeah, you know, the problem with that theory, because I agree with you, and I've thought the same, but when I was looking at Texico's roster today,
They're young, too.
they're young, too. That's a young group right there.
Just by looking at them, they're young.
That's not a bunch of seniors out there, you know. I mean, most of their main players are sophomores and juniors. They do have a couple of seniors out there that are leaders on this team, but they've got a bunch of sophomores and juniors out there.
Imagine when they become seniors.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if you saw their JV a while ago, but the JV looked like a college team themselves. I don't know. I'm sure that's probably what some teams say when they come play us in football and baseball.
I believe so.
But, you know, I just scratch my head, and Texico's been that way. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't admit that I lose sleep over much, but I used to lose sleep over thinking about Texico when I was coaching girls basketball. I mean, they just, man, I'm telling you, they were kryptonite. And, I mean, I wouldn't admit it then and probably shouldn't admit it now, but it was just like, man, I would take our game films to Lubbock to
break them down?
high-level basketball coaches that I know and tell them I'll buy you dinner, come sit with me, let's watch film, tell me what we can do, what can we work on. Joe Carpenter, who coaches girls basketball in Hobbs, now was in Roswell back then. He used to help me. John Zumbrin over in Carlsbad. We would spend hours and hours breaking down Texico film. And, you know, and it helped. We beat them some. But
not enough. Not when you get counted, right?
I mean, they were the ones winning all the state championships. So here we go. Set number 2. Maureen with the serve. It gets across. And Texico just sends it back. They set up Pierce, and Pierce hits it into the net.
Making the score 0-1 or 1-0.
And that'll send, I believe that's number 8, Ella Collins, back to serve. She throws it up, hits it over. First touch by Gaetan. Over to Thompson, now to Reeves. Reeves kind of mistouches it, but it actually worked out pretty good. And they slam it over at Pierce, and she tried to sling an arm up, and it goes off the edge of her arm and out. So there is a kill for Texico. It's 2-0 Texico.
Just like that, huh?
Yes. So there's the serve. It's misplayed by Maureen, out of bounds, and it's 3-0. Maureen's right where she needs to be right there. The ball just comes off her hands funny. And so Collins now with 3 straight service points for Texico. Throws it up, hits it over. Maureen's first touch comes off the side of her hand again, but they keep it alive. They set Reeves, and Reeves hits it out the back of the court. It's 4-0.
You know, every point up there, Eunice has given it to him, correct?
With the exception, they had 1 kill. Yep. So Gaetan struggles to get to that one, so that's going to be an ace there for Collins, and it's 5-0. Collins back again, throws it up, hits it over. Gaetan with the first touch, over to Thompson, Thompson to Reeves. Reeves hits that one into a nice spot, and that is another kill for Sarah Reeves.
She's had a good first game and a good second game, man.
Yeah, that is 5 kills that she's got so far here in the first 2 sets, and we've just started the second one, so pretty good start for Reeves, the senior. Villa going to throw it up. She hits it over, and it finds the back corner, and there is Villa with an ace.
That was nice. Everybody looked at it like Texico was like, what?
Yes.
They're like they weren't ready.
So 2-5 is the score after the freshman Villa found that back corner. They were all screaming out, and it was in 4 feet probably. Throws it up, hits it over again. First touch by Texico was kind of misplayed, and Texico can't get it in order. And so that's another service point for Villa.
That freshman must have heard you.
Yes. Villa throws it up, hits it over. Texico gets this one alive. They're going to set it in the front, and they just bump it over. Thompson setting Reeves. Reeves hits that one hard and out of bounds, and it's now 3-6.
The good thing is we got 3 serves over there.
Yeah, we had crawled back within 2. It was 3-5, and then that one makes it 3-6. So back to the service stripe is Harrison. She hits it hard. Maureen tries to get it up in the air. Her first touch wasn't quite where it needed to be, and then Villa's set goes into the net. It's 3-7. So Harrison back to serve for Texico. Throws it up, hits it over, and she hits it into the net.
Bullet, man.
Yeah, she hit it hard.
She wasn't playing around at all. You're going to take her out of the game for that, huh?
Yeah, so she comes out, Jones comes in. I mean, not in, but Jones comes in to serve. So Jones back there, it's 4-7. Jones throws it up, hits it over. It dives right over the net. Texico keeps it alive, though. Thompson, McGuire just hits it back across. Texico gonna set it out here wide. Jones keeps that one alive off a deflection. And there's a collision between Maureen and Jones gets the kill. That's her second kill of the day.
Those two players are always hitting each other. I noticed that in every game.
Because they both play that back row, and I would guess they've both been told when you're back here.
Oh.
Jones tripped and fell on the serve, but it finds its way across. Via, Thompson, Pierce. Pierce hits it right over and kills it into the block. And so that'll be a point for Pierce. Eunice back in this set, 6-7 is the score. This is what I've talked about. When we're playing well, we can play with people. I mean, there ain't no doubt. Jones's serve comes across. Texico gonna set it right at the front of the net. Thompson keeps it alive, and now Jones clears it and gets it in. So Texico gonna try to set it again. They do. Jones digs that one up and keeps that one alive. And Eunice slams it down on the Texico side again, but Texico keeps it alive. Jones and Maureen collide again, but they keep it alive. Pierce slams it into the Texico side. What a volley going on right here, and then Texico hits it into the net, and the Lady Cards have tied it up.
Number 9 for Texico. Didn't realize that was number 3 already.
Yes, I agree with you. So it's 7-7, and here goes Jones to serve. Her serve almost finds the floor. Texico with a dive and save. The ball almost hits the ground, and Maureen hits it sideways toward the crowd out of bounds.
Oh, shot ourselves in the foot again.
Yes, 7-8. Lady Cards trail by 1 after a big run. The libero Desiree Holloman back to serve. She throws it up and she slams it. Jones with a good first touch. Via gonna set Pierce. Pierce hits it into the net. It's now 9-7. Yeah, 9-7. And Holloman will be back to serve.
Holloman gets back to dribbles the ball a couple of times. A little jump serve. Nice and over. Pierce with the first hit. Jones with the second. Volley straight up. Thompson hits it over. Number 9 puts it out for Texico. Ooh, and hits down the line. They call it in. Right on the line. They call it in. No, one's.
So you had one calling it in, one calling it out.
Yeah.
The corners. So I thought it was in. I got to tell you, from where
it was
I'm
on the
at,
line.
It looked like it was in. I think the young lady was going to call it out because she called it out, but then the whole Eunice crowd started hollering at their own kid who's running the line, and then she's going to change her mind. Anyway, Texico now with the ball. Hits it across. Pierce gets it back in play, keeps it alive. Texico going to set it up the front net to Fanu. Pierce dives and keeps that one alive. Then McGuire sends it across. Texico in the volley, and they're going to keep it alive. Thompson, Via, back to Thompson. Gets blocked at the net. Via going to send it across. Texico trying to get it to their setter or their hitter on the outside. Jones with a good first touch off the block. They hit it across. It gets blocked,
job.
and then Jones slaps it back across on the deflection, keeping it alive. And then Texico's going to hit it out of bounds. And Jones with another dig there. And it's 8-10. Eunice trails by 2, trying to stay in this game. And this is the Lady Cardinal team that's been so Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
They're in and they're out, huh?
Man, they can look so good for a few minutes and then not. It just puzzles me. Pierce with the serve. Texico gonna just have to clear it. Pierce, Via, over to Gillespie. She touches it across into space. Texico can't deal with it. And Gillespie picks up her third kill of the set. And Texico wants to talk about it. Their coach is not happy with what he's seeing. Eunice trails by 1, 10-9, as the Lady Cards have clawed back into this one.
Literally. Shout out to our sponsors: Parker Energy Service, Cardinal Hardware, BTA Service and Rentals, Redbird Garage, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, NMR Pipeline LLC, Redbird Garage, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice House Clinic, Eunice Record and Rentals, Guns Up Services, Debbie Country Kitchen, Herrera's Oilfield Service. Lobo Trucking, the City of Eunice, and Eunice Public Schools.
Yeah, it's like I've mentioned before, this Lady Cardinal team has played some teams like Cloudcroft and been right there with them. I mean, you're talking sets where I'm watching them and it's 18-18, things like that. But they can look like the Bad News Bears real quick and kind of like they did in set number 1. And so if we can just keep some sort of momentum going in some of these runs that we have and get consistent, we've got it. You can see it every now and then, like right now.
Yeah, you're seeing them play right now.
Yeah. So Pierce back to the service line, throws it up, hits it over. Texico with a good first touch. They're going to set it in the middle for Fanu, and she slams it down, and it's now 9-11. Texico leads by 2.
That was a set play coming out of timeout.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful job by that coach for Texico.
Texaco back to serve. Can you tell what number that is? I can't.
No, I'll tell you in a minute.
We're straight sideways.
Number 9.
Number 9. Number 9 is Furrow. First touch by Pierce over to Thompson, and then Jones spikes it from the back row, and then Texaco keeps it alive. Pierce with a nice serve there. Eunice just going to send it across. Texaco going to set again, and Eunice keeps that one alive with Pierce. Gillespie going to hit that one into the net. It's 9-12.
Got to keep it close, ladies. Got to keep it close.
So 9-12 here. And back to serve is Furrow. Jones with a huge dig right there, keeping that one off the ground. Texaco struggling to keep it alive. They do. Jones with the first touch. Over to Villa. Villa going to set McGuire, and McGuire hits it out of the back of the court. 9-13. Went from a basically tie set to down 4 real quick. Texaco throws it up, hits it over, off the side of the hands of Pierce, and that's going to be another point for Texaco.
We have to get to those, man.
Yeah. And the Eunice coach is going to take a timeout to talk about it.
And it's just one of those things that, like you said, they look great. After a timeout, we look horrible. We got to be consistent in this game.
Yeah, I don't know what the answers are. I've coached girls basketball. I've coached tons of youth soccer. I've done lots of things. I don't know that I've ever seen a team in any sport that I've ever watched that has such peaks and valleys as this team, because this team, as we just saw when they went on like 7-point run, 8-point run against the number 1 team in the state, they're capable.
To compete at least.
Yes, and then the wheels can just fall off, and we'll give up like we just did, 5-6 straight points, just unanswered, and half of those points were us hitting it into the net or hitting it out of bounds or just not getting serves. So here we go. This is Aspen Furrow back to serve for Texaco. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good serve. Good first touch by Pierce. Pierce to Villa, sets Thompson, and Thompson with a good kill. And Thompson, the freshman, gets her first kill of the day. So 10-14 is the score. The freshman, Kara Thompson, goes back to the service line. Thompson going to throw it up, hit it over. It's a good one. Texaco gets it up into the air. They're going to set Fanu Lanu, and she hits it into the net.
She tried to come out on the back row, try to spike that. She's way out of balance. We'll take the point.
Yes, absolutely. 14-11. Eunice now trails by 3. Thompson back to serve again. Throws it up, hits it. It's a good one. Good first touch by Texaco. They're going to set up Fanu in the front. She gets it over. Pierce keeps it alive. A good shot there by Gillespie. She kind of just forearm fisted it.
Kind of got it in there where she could, huh?
And it kind of went at an angle over this way and just found a little nice gap. So 12-14, Thompson back to serve. That's a real good serve right there. And
that's
that is
an
ace for Kiera Thompson. She picks up her first ace of the day. I mentioned her in my pregame. The young lady can serve it.
So far, so good. Don't jinx her now.
13-14, Eunice trails by 1. Thompson with a good serve. Texaco struggled with it, but they keep it alive. And then Fanu Lanu comes in and slams it into the middle. And it's 13-15. Eunice trails by 2.
That right there hurts us, man, because right now Thompson was on a roll.
Yes. Yeah, this is number 7, Sonia Ortiz, according to my roster. She's back to serve. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Pierce with the first touch to Thompson. Thompson to Gillespie. She hits it deep. Texaco struggling, but they keep it alive. Pierce, Thompson, Gillespie, and Gillespie hits it into the net. 16-13, Eunice trails by 3. This is the way the Cloudcroft game looked to me. It was kind of like this. I mean, where we showed we could play with them, but just couldn't quite get the win. Gaetan hits it across. They're going to set up in the back row, and that is number 9, Furrow, who hits it into the net. It's now 14-16. The libero Jones goes off. Reeves comes in at that front left position, and it'll be Eunice's serve.
Who's my server, McGuire?
That is correct. Mariah McGuire back to the service line, the junior. She steps back, throws it up, little jump serve, hits it across. Nice serve. Texico going to set it up for Harrison, and Harrison just bumps it into a little gap there, finds her an open space, and gets Texico another point. It's 17-14.
Wow.
And Texico wants to talk about it. They're going to take a timeout, and they were on the run.
Yeah, it's an awkward quiet there, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of a
Kinda change
strange
the
one
pace.
there for sure.
Give a shout out to our sponsors: Eunice Wrecker and Rentals, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline LLC, Devon Energy, Redbird Garage, Carno Hardware, Herrera Oilfield Services, Debbie Country Kitchen, Guns Up Services, Eunice Wrecker and Rentals, Lobo Trucking, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Pump and Supply, BH Service and Rentals, and Parker Energy Service. Our proud sponsors of today's volleyball game.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. We couldn't do it without you. You know, I think about some of those people on that list: Brett and Penny Parker, Chad Howler, Becky Nogelmeyer, Brandon Matthews, Elma Romero. You know, just those people as you go down this list of names, these families, the businesses: John Dean and Maureen Davis, the Thompson family, Debbie Kerbo, Josh and Erica Jones, the Davis and the Myers. I mean, as you look at that, the Herreras, it's just a group of families that always support this community, and a group of businesses that always do. So coming out of that timeout, Texico misplays that ball and hits it out of bounds, and it's 15-17, and the Lady Cardinals within 2. Alondra Maureen comes in now. She'll be the server. The junior, number 2, throws it up, hits it over. It's a pretty good serve. Texico with a good first touch. They're going to set someone up in the middle. Jones she keeps it alive, and then what a play by Pierce, sending it back over. So here we go, Harrison. Harrison likes that little. She rears back to swing and then just bumps it over the top of the blocker. She's done that at least 3 times here today, and it's been successful for most of them.
It's called smart volleyball.
So 15-18, Texico leads by 3. Oh, Reeves swung
and
at
miss.
it and missed, and then Gaetan kept it alive, and then Reeves hits it over. Harrison.
That's 2 hits. That's 3 hits already. Yep, that is 4.
Yeah.
Because when she swung, Reeves hit it once. Now they go 2, and then again 3.
Yeah, so some discussion over that one. But anyway, it's now 15-9. So Gaetan over to Thompson. Thompson going to set.
Oh.
So I think she was wanting Jones to come up and hit it, but after she hit it, she ran right in front of Jones. So Jones and her were going to collide. And Reeves wasn't sure who was going to get it, so she stood there. The ball finds the floor. 15-20. The Lady Cards were tied up in this game just a few points ago, and then there's a great shot by Gaetan.
Her own trick, huh?
Yeah, gets a little kill there.
Making the score 16-20. Texico leads here in the second set.
Villa back to serve for the Lady Cards. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a nice serve. Good first touch by Texico, and they're just going to send it across. Jones with the first touch over to Pierce. Pierce and Villa run into, Reeves and Villa run into each other, and as Reeves was trying to hit it, she ran right into the back, and anyway, ball finds the net.
Almost took her out.
16-21 is the score. Maureen to Villa. over to Reeves. Reeves sends it across. Texico going to set it up out here on the side. Jones with a big dig there, and then we send it across. They're going to set the same young lady up. She just bumps that one over. Thompson just going to punch it with the fist, sending it across. They're going to set up in the middle. Maureen, Villa, going to set up Jones. Jones slams it hard, and it finds the Texico side, and then Texico's, I believe that's Aspen Furrow, comes through like a wrecking ball.
Boy.
And she slammed that one down our throats.
With authority.
Yeah.
She said, take that.
She said, you want this one with some Alfredo sauce, 16-22. And Jones misplays that one off a rocket serve. It's 16-23, and Eunice's coach going to take a timeout to talk about it.
What do you talk about in that situation? Communication? Know your location? Know what to do? Or is it just too late in the season to start harping on that?
I don't know what the answer is. That's why I say I'm puzzled at this point as to what you do and what you don't do. I don't know.
I've seen a lot of volleyball, and this team looks sometimes very, very, very confused.
And what I see is a team that sometimes looks great. I mean, like really good, and then sometimes looks like really bad, and it can be in the same set. And, I mean, it can be a swing. They went on a 7-point run against the #1 team in the state a while ago, and then turned around and
went down
and gave
18
it all back
points,
after
yeah.
that. Not because the other team did something special to them, but we just started making mistakes. Jones with the first touch, then they're going to set Pierce. Pierce sends it across. Texico at the net.
Like a push to me.
Villa setting up Pierce. Pierce hits it hard into the floor, and that's going to be another kill for Pierce. So that'll send Chloe Jones back to the service line for Eunice. 17-23. Eunice trails by 6 here late in set number 2. Harrison steps off, and number 3, Sowers, comes on for Texico. Jones back, throws it up, hits it over. Texico's first touch, they're going to set it in the middle, trying to keep it alive. Jones running backwards, keeps it across, and does keep it alive. Texico now going to set it up on that right side. A deflected ball gets bumped up by Maureen. Maureen to Pierce. Pierce's shot gets deflected at the net and comes across. Texico going to set it at the net, and they hit it out of bounds. And that was a good volley there by the Lady Cards. That looked good all the way around.
And there's the team we expect to see every time, right?
Yes. 18-23. Some serving or some, and there's a little bump. So McGuire going to turn and bump it into the corner, and McGuire gets her first kill of the game. And it's 19-23. Your Lady Cardinals are clawing in there. They're pecking. They're whatever birds do, flapping their feathers. They're trying to stay alive. Jones serve is a good one. Texico keeps it in the air. They're going to set it up on the wing. It gets blocked. A double block there by Thompson and McGuire, but it comes off their hands and going to fall out of bounds. It's now set point for Texico.
Man.
19-24, and this is what I mean. It's been this way against the top teams in the state. It's been this way against the bottom teams in the state. It's like, this is the kind of set scores. If you look at our scores for the year, this is the way they've been.
It'd drive you crazy if you're a coach.
It drives you crazy. It'd drive you crazy if you're a dad or a radio guy. You just want to run, jump off the bleacher with your head straight down and land on that little concrete spot.
A lot of people would love to see that.
I'm telling you, 24-20. Eunice with the serve. Pierce serves it across.
Oh, no.
Texico keeps it alive. What a save there by Pierce. And it gets bumped the other way. Pierce comes in, keeps it alive again. A little fist across by Gillespie. They're going to set it up on the outside. They do. Gillespie dives for it. It finds the floor. And the second set goes to Texico, 25-20. Eunice trails 2-0.
That was a closer set. So that means this third one, we should win it. We're getting closer and closer to victory.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Positive thinking here.
You know, in all my years of watching sports, you know, I've been watching volleyball. I'll be the first to say I'm not a volleyball fan. But my kids, my daughters have played volleyball, so because of that, I come to volleyball game. And then, of course, when I was a police chief, I came up here as part of being a police chief to make sure things were safe. So I watched a lot of volleyball. And then in my younger days, I sat in here. Shoot, I was at the state championship game when our only volleyball state championship history. I was at that game. I've never seen a team that I just can't figure out like this one. I just don't know what the answer is. But I'm telling you, this team has moments where they look as good as any team, and then they have moments where they don't. So I just I don't know what to – I can't predict in this game and say, okay, we're going to come out and do something better, because we may come out and get beat 25-0 in this next set. I don't know. But we also might come out and win 25-0. I mean, that's what we're capable of.
That's tough out there as a coach.
Yeah.
Give a shout-out to our sponsors real quick. Devon Energy, Herrera Oilfield Services, Debbie Country Kitchen, Guns Up Services, Eunice Wrecker and Rentals, Redbird Gas, NMR Pipeline LLC, Redbird Garage, Cardinal Hardware, Parker Energy Service, BTA Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, and Lobo Trucking. And we still got a minute and 32 seconds left.
And, you know, Coach Skinner and Coach Miller, you know, that's our coach, our assistant coach of our volleyball team. They're both high-level volleyball players that played, you know, at the high school level, and then Coach Skinner played for Eastern, played basketball. But, you know, I don't know that it's anything on them. I don't know. I don't know what the – I don't know. You know, it's like sometimes you make Kool-Aid, okay? You get the water out, and you put it in your pitcher. You know, you people that never had to make Kool-Aid don't know what I'm talking about. But you pour your Kool-Aid in there, and you stir it up, and you start to put a little sugar in it, and it just don't taste right. There's just something, maybe you put a little too much water in it, or not enough sugar, or you didn't have enough Kool-Aid powder. I don't know, but sometimes your Kool-Aid just don't taste right, so you dump the whole damn pitcher out and go, that Kool-Aid didn't work.
So he's doing another one.
I don't know. Our team is like some Kool-Aid this year. I just don't know if it needs some more sugar, some more Kool-Aid powder. I don't know what the heck it needs. I just know that I sat up here scratching my head going,
we need to win games.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, this team right here, in my opinion, even though Cloudcroft has a little bit better record, this is probably the best team in the state. And we just showed in that last set, 20-25, we can compete. It was tied at 17. We can compete, but why can't we compete with the teams that are not anywhere near the top 10? That's the part that makes no sense to me. All right, so here we go. There's the set. Eunice with a nice shot again, and then Reeves tried to hit it, hits it into the net.
Is that 50-50 ball, man? We got to get that over.
So 1-0 is the score. My grandbaby and my daughter just came up here and sat down. They've got some ties to that Devon Energy crew that supports us, so we appreciate you guys. My son-in-law, Bryce Jenkins, is a Devon employee, so we appreciate Devon and all that they do. People like Ryan Dean and so many others, Amancio Cruz, tons of them out there. Texico going to set it up in the middle. A good block by Reeves. Pierce blocks it back over, and then we have to fist it across. Texaco going to set it again at the net. They do, and then Reeves going to do the same thing. She hits it across. Texaco sets Harrison. Harrison hits that one into the block, and it finds the floor. Reeves with a block there.
Hey, Jimmy, we have the lead, too. It's 2-1.
Yeah, Eunice leads 2-1. Might be their first lead of the day, huh?
Yeah.
So Maureen hits it across. They're going to set Harrison as Texico, and then Maureen misplays that one off her hands. It goes out of bounds. It was a good shot by Harrison.
And the lead is gone. We're tied.
2-2. So Harrison back to serve for Texico. Throws it up, hits it over. Man, she hit a rocket. Pierce going to set it up for Thompson, who fists it over. Harrison hits it over to that other side, and then Texico just going to send it across. A good play there by Maureen, and then Pierce slaps one over. Texaco going to set.
Wow.
That's number 9, Furrow, out here, and she's the one that's already crammed a couple down her throat. Spread a little sauce on it and then hammered it right down to us.
That was beautiful.
I made some spaghetti yesterday, and it didn't have near as good a sauce as that shot just had on it. Gaetan's first touch goes into the roof. Jones keeps it alive, and then Reeves clears it across, keeping it alive for everybody. Pierce, Jones sends it across. Texico going to set it up right in the middle. A nice dive and save by Alondra Mulreen. That was a good dig there by her.
Got a good volley going here.
Texico going to set it back up on this left side. Good dive and save there by Thompson. And then it gets bumped into the corner. And so, man, what a volley.
Yes. Eunice got tired, or they got sleeping in that back row.
That's what I mean. We can play.
Yeah.
We can play with them. We just showed it again and again. Harrison slams that serve out of bounds, and it's 3-4. Eunice trails by 1 here in set number 3. My grandbaby got our little blow pop action there. Her grandpappy used to chew on some blow pops. The idea behind those blow pops was just so I could keep them in my mouth, and maybe I'd keep it closed every now and then. It didn't work completely, but it helped a little bit. Texico going to set it up here on this left wing for Ortiz. She hits it across. Maureen with a good dig. Sets up Pierce. Pierce bumps it across, and now Texico misplays it, and it finds the net.
You see the Texico coach? He's about to throw that clipboard down.
Yeah.
He's about to.
So here we go again, 4-4. The Lady Cardinals trying to stay in this one. Villa's serve comes across. They're going to set it up out there on the wing. Maureen with the pickup. Over to Thompson. Now to Pierce. Pierce with a slam dunk, but the Texico Wolverines keep it alive, and now they're just going to clear it. Maureen comes diving in, tries to keep that one alive. She dove in, trying to get to it, couldn't get to it. It finds the bleachers over here on the visitor side. 5-4. So that's going to send Desiree Holman back, the libero, to serve for Texico. She throws it up, hits her jump serve over. Maureen's first touch into the air. Villa going to set Reeves. Reeves slaps it across. First touch by Texico. They're going to set it up in the back row, and now they're just going to bump it. Pierce, Villa, back to Pierce. Pierce tried to just bump it over, and the ball finds the ground as Pierce's bump landed right in the hands of the blockers and came right back to her.
We're too close to fall apart right now.
6-4 is the score. Eunice now down by 2. Hallman back, throws it up, hits it over. Jones dives in, keeps it alive, and then Villa just sends it across. Texico trying to keep it alive, so the Jones-Villa combo there scores a point. Yeah.
Keeping that game close.
And so Chloe Jones back to the service line here. 5-6 is the score. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Texico struggles with it. Oh, and then Thompson. Texico's first touch was a misplay that went over onto our side. Thompson jumped up and saw green and dollar signs and all that good stuff, and she hit it right into the net. So it's 5-7. Eunice trails by 2. Nice serve there by Texico. Jones to Villa, over to McGuire. Texico trying to keep it alive, and it finds the floor again. It's 7-6.
Texico looks a little tired or lost.
Yeah, I think, they look a little, I used the word discombobulated earlier.
Discombobulated.
Discombobulated. Pierce back to serve, throws it up, hits it over. Holman, I'm sorry, sets it up on the right side. Jones with the first touch. They're going to set McGuire. McGuire hits it across. Texico sets it in the middle to Fanu, and she slams it down.
That went through 2 people's hands.
I'm going to have to go back and look at my max preps here. I don't know how you can leave somebody like that off your roster. I'm going to look here just real quick to see if I'm mistaken.
Number 29, unless she has a different jersey on.
Because it is possible, believe it or not, that I made a mistake. But let me look here. Yeah, no, there's nobody on there. See, I'm feeling better about myself all the time. But our internet was gone for a while. The internet just now allowed us to hook back up. So it's 12-8. Eunice trails here in set number 3. What you missed basically was Eunice scored a point right after the lights went off. And then since then, Texico's been on a big run, and they're going to call Texico for the lift. And so it's 9-12 is the score. We'll try to get our rhythm going again here. McGuire back to serve for the Lady Cardinals. She throws it up, jumps up, hits it over. It's a good serve. Texico's first touch goes backwards. Harrison tries to hit it over and hits it into the net. That point was at the hands of the serve of Mariah McGuire.
I think the lights going out turned the Eunice Cardinals ladies' lights on. They've been playing phenomenal here lately.
So 10-12, the Lady Cards trail the number 1 team in the state by 2 points here in set number 2, or in set number 3. Harrison going to send that one deep. Pierce to Thompson. Thompson and Reeves collided. They get it across, and Gillespie slams it into the back corner, and she's going to get a point out of that one. It's 11-12. Eunice trails by 1. So Mariah McGuire back to serve again for the Lady Cards. Spins it around, throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Texico with a good first touch. They're going to set Harrison out here on the left side. Gillespie keeps it alive. Thompson's just going to bump it across. They're going to set Harrison again. No, they don't. They do the little short set, and it goes off the side of, I believe that was Gillespie, and out of bounds. And so it's 13-11.
It
Eunice
barely
trails
touched her,
by
man.
2. Yes, I concur. And it would have landed out of bounds, but they hit it right at her. She had no choice but to probably,
defend
try
herself.
to hit
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So 13-11 is the score. Texico's serve is a good one. They're going to set Thompson. Thompson swings it back to Reeves. Reeves sends it across. Texico going to set Furrow out here on the outside. Gillespie's first touch goes sideways. They're going to set it up. Jones just bumps it across. Then Texico sets it right back. Jones and Thompson try to keep it alive. Gaetan couldn't get there after Jones had a one-arm touch to keep it in the air. Thompson with a dive to keep it in the air again. But there wasn't anybody coming behind them until the last second.
A little too late, wasn't it?
14-11. The Lady Cards trail by 3 here in set number 3. Furrow hits it across. It's a good one. Jones with a good first touch to Thompson, and Gillespie comes through, and Gillespie slams it down. Gillespie with her 5th kill of the night. 12-14, the Lady Cards trail by 2, and once again, I'm going to keep saying it, and everybody's going to get tired of hearing it, but we're showing we can play.
Yeah.
Maureen hits it across. Texico going to set it up on the outside for Furrow. She just bumps it over. Maureen, Pierce slams at it. Texico keeps it alive and then hits it deep. Thompson, Maureen to Gaetan, and Gaetan hits it out of bounds. It's 12-15.
Man. Turn the lights off again.
It's that restart that, you have to do some of your computer
Equipment,
equipment that way sometimes.
Kind of reboot everything.
Yep. Gaetan's first touch over to Maureen. Maureen to Pierce. Pierce just clears it. That was Holman, and they're going to set it up on the outside for Furrow, and then she's going to get in the net.
That's a point for Eunice.
So 13-15, Gaetan steps off, Villa comes in.
A freshman.
Yes, sir.
She got quite a few points earlier serving, correct?
Yes, sir, and got a couple of freshmen right there on the court right now for the Lady Cardinals. So throws it up, hits it over, it's a good one. Some confusion as to who was going to get it by Texico. They keep it alive, though, and the Lady Cards do as well, and then Furrow airmails it out of the back. Jones was running right where she needed to be, thought about hitting it and then let it go, and it soars out of bounds.
She went a long ways, huh?
It's a one-point game, 14-15. Via serve comes across. Texico just going to bump it across. Sarah Reeves had a block at the net and then had to send it across. Good first touch by Maureen. Over to Villa, and now Pierce slams at it. Texico does a good job keeping it alive, and now Furrow's just going to have to send it across. Maureen, Villa to Reeves. Reeves hits it into the heart of the defense, and here they come back the other way. That's Furrow, and she gets blocked at the net by the combination of Thompson and Reeves. A little double block action, and we got a tie ball game here, 15-15.
Mm-hmm.
Villa throws it up, hits it across. Holman. They're going to set it up on the outside for Ortiz. That ball gets deflected. They're going to send it all the way back. Jones and Pierce collide.
But they said it went out of bounds?
Yeah, and Jones slow getting up, limping on the right leg a little bit. 15-16. We had a big collision in the back there between Jones and Pierce. It's a one-point game. Hallman with serve, and it's going to be out. And it's a tie game again, 16-16. The Lady Cards showing they can play with the number 1 team in the state. Chloe Jones back to serve for Eunice. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Texico going to keep it alive. They try that little short set in the middle. Jones with the dive and save, and then we send it across. And then they do the same thing, and that one goes out of bounds. And the Lady Cards have the lead on the #1 team in the state, 17-16. Not 1-0, it's 17-16. Jones' serve comes across. They're going to set it up for Ortiz. Jones with a good first touch. They're going to set up Pierce out on the edge, and she punches it in, and Pierce with the kill. And the Lady Cards now with a 2-point lead here in set number 3.
Did you say 2 points?
This is what I'm talking about. I just don't get it. Jones back to the service line. Throws it up, hits it over. Good first touch by Holman at Texico. They're going to set Ortiz. Jones digs that one off the ground. They set Thompson. Thompson sends it across. Texico keeping it alive. Fanu hits it over. Villa keeps it alive for Eunice. And now Pierce slams it into the net. 18-17 is the score here in set number 3.
Man.
The Lady Cards
Gotta play some defense here.
Yes, Aspen Furrow back to serve for Texico. She hits it across. Jones with a good first touch to Villa. Villa going to set Thompson. Thompson hits it across. Texico setting Ortiz. Ortiz hits it into the heart of the defense. And good 2 plays there by Pierce and McGuire. Jones with the dig. They're going to set up Pierce. Pierce hits it over the top of the front line, but Texico keeps it alive and sets Ortiz. Maureen's first touch comes across the net. Maureen with another first touch off the slam. And then Pierce hits it in the back corner. And Pierce going to score a point, and it makes it 19-17. The Lady Cardinals are in this thing.
I'm telling you, Texico was just watching the volley up there. Got in that back corner.
Every team we have played this year has been on the, you take the name Texico and the green off, this is the way they've all went. So Pierce to serve, hits it across. First touch is misplayed. There was 2 Wolverines trying to hit it at the same time. And so it's 20-17. The Lady Cardinals are trying to keep their beak above water. I was going to say their pecker, but like a bird has a little beak thing. So they hit that one over deep, and it's going to go out of bounds, 20-15. That would be like Woody the Woodpecker. Yeah. So 20-18, and Texico will be back to serve. Trying to see that number. I believe it's 7, Ortiz.
Yes.
Sonia Ortiz back to serve. Throws it up, hits it over. Good first touch. They're going to set Gillespie. Gillespie punches it, comes across. They're trying to set it cross-side. They can't get to it, and the Lady Cards score another point. It's 21-18, and the Texico coach is not happy about it. He's throwing clipboards, and he wants to talk about it. It's 21-18.
A beautiful job there by the young ladies after the power went out and came back on. Give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. Parker Energy Service, BTA Service Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Lobo Trucking, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, Redbird Gas, Eunice Wrecker Rentals, Guns Up Services, Debbie's Country Kitchen, and Herrera's Oilfield Services.
The Lady Cards are capable. This just goes to show again that they are capable. They've got it in them. I mean, we're out here going toe-to-toe the last 2 sets with the freaking #1 team in the state of New Mexico.
And they're playing with fun, they're playing with enthusiasm, they're playing with power, they're playing with grit.
Yes. Yeah,
they didn't do that every time.
It's in them. It's in them.
Yeah, we got to take him out. We got to turn the lights off every time, I guess.
Yeah, gotta reboot them or something. So 21-18, Kiara Thompson back to the service line. The Texico group still hadn't come out of their huddle after they've had multiple horns and whistles, and the officials telling them to come on. The official.
He don't look too happy, does he?
The Texico coach is not happy. He marched over and sat down. Thompson serve. Comes across. It's a good one. Texico struggling with it to get it up to the net.
Oh.
But then I tell you what, they didn't struggle with that. As Aspen Furrow comes through and says, give me that, and slams it down hard. And it's 21-19. The Lady Cards now up by 2.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We still got the lead. I'll take that.
Fanulanu back, and she hits it right into the net. It's 22-19. The Lady Cards trying to stretch this thing out.
I'm not laughing at her. She was very upset. You see her emotion?
Oh, yeah. So Mariah McGuire back to serve for the Lady Cards. She spins it around, throws it up, hits it over. She kind of chopped her feet, and she hits it right into the net. It's now 22-20.
Oh, nail biter.
You don't know how many sets I've watched like this year. Texico's furrow hits it across. Jones first touch. Thompson just going to bump it across. Now they're going to set up furrow out here on the side, and she hits it out of bounds. It's 23-20. The Lady Cards trying to stay alive here.
Staying alive.
Yep.
Staying alive.
Maureen back to serve. Throws it up. She hits a great serve. Texico keeps it alive, though. They're going to flip it to Furrow. Furrow just flips it across the net. They're going to set Jones up on the outside, and she sends it across. Texico sets Harrison. Harrison going to bump it. Jones digs it up. Thompson to Reeves. Reeves hits the ball into the edge of the net. I don't know if it was blocked or caught the edge of the net or both.
It was net.
And so that's going to make it 23-21. Eunice leads by 2. Harrison back to serve for the Lady Wolverines. Throws it up, hits it across. It's a good serve. Maureen with a nice first touch. Thompson, Pierce. Texaco digs it. They're going to send it to Furrow. Furrow hits it across. It gets deflected. Thompson going to set up Pierce. Pierce with a nice shot across her body, and it's in. It's 24-21. The Lady Cardinals are at set point against the #1 team in the state of New Mexico.
Game point. And we got the freshman coming in to serve.
Villa back to serve for the Lady Cardinals, the freshman. Eunice leads 24-21.
Money.
There's the serve. It's a good one. It stays alive anyway. They're going to set it up out here to Ortiz. Pierce keeps it alive. They're going to set Reeves. Reeves slams it into the back, and they score. And the Lady Cards have picked up the win 25-21 in that set. They have showed they can win a set against the #1 team in the state of New Mexico.
And they came out, did it with not that many errors, and took care of business there. Yeah. Beautiful job by the Lady Cardinals.
I just don't even know what else to say. I've said it. I think people think I'm crazy. Oh, well, they're just not that good. They're 1-7. I have seen stuff like that right there all season where they'll play a top-level team and just handle them for about 10 points. And you're like, wow, they look good. They just beat the #1 team in the state of New Mexico in a set. And the last set, they lost 25-20, and it was tied at 17.
What did I tell you? They're going to win the next one. Let's hope they carry the momentum to the fourth match.
I'm supposed to have my workout starting here in about 20 minutes, but I tell you.
The way your heart's beating right now, I think you'll be warmed up by the time you get there.
If they beat the #1 team in the state, I'll skip a workout. I'll go out here and do some jumping jacks on the front steps. We can.
I'll let you in the gym. You can run a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll eat some donuts.
Man, I got people sending messages with big eyeballs open like, what the heck? So, yeah, we appreciate all the listeners out there for sure.
Especially that one, huh?
Yeah.
Give a shout out to the sponsors real quick. Parker Energy Service, BTA Service and Rentals, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Lobo Trucking, Carnal Hardware, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline LLC, Redbird Garage, Eunice Wrecker and Rentals, Guns Up Services, Debbie Country Kitchen, and Herrera's Oilfield Service. Our proud sponsors of tonight's game. It goes, 2-1? The Wolverines have 2 wins, and the Cardinals have 1 win.
Yeah, 2-1 here as the Lady Cards win set number 3. And like I said, quite a run for the Lady Cards in that set.
And they come out up to jumping on the court, so they seem pretty excited and relaxed, don't they?
They're all smiles and enjoying life right now, so I can't. And the Texico coach moving over to the scorebook to do something, and he's not all smiles for sure.
See how many timeouts he has. He wasn't that last game. You could tell in his face he was not happy.
Yeah, no, I concur. Eunice bouncing, happy.
You see him? High-fiving everywhere.
Oh, yeah. And more high-fives than I've seen all season. So,
They got to stay focused here for the next one.
yeah, for
Because,
sure.
Texico's going to come out with the vision.
Oh, yeah, they're
Vengeance.
going to come back with a little fire in their belly for sure.
Going to keep this camera still.
So getting ready to start set number 4. Texaco won the first one in convincing fashion, 25-13. The second one was a 17-17 tie. Texaco ended up winning 25-20, and then the third one was 25-21. Eunice wins. So and Texaco wastes no time coming out and slamming the first point down her throat. It's 0-1.
And the crowd goes crazy on the Texico side.
Yeah, they've gotten real quiet for the last probably 20 minutes here, so they finally got them something to
Cheer
get
about.
fired up about. So Texico back to serve. I believe that's Furrow, and then that's a misplayed ball by Gaetan, and it goes out of bounds, so it's 2-0.
Too easy.
Yep, 2 straight points where we were sleeping or something. So here goes Furrow back again, throws it up, hits it over toward Gaetan. Gaetan's first touch goes across the court. And that's another point, 3-0.
What was that?
I think she just misplayed it, mistouched it. They're going to sub for her. They're going to bring Villa in.
Villa's a good baller.
So Furrow back, throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. Maureen with a good first touch over to Thompson. Thompson to Pierce, and Pierce slams it in there. And Pierce picks up another kill.
She's had a good night, too.
She has, I concur. 3-1 is the score here, and Mylene Villa will be back to serve for the Lady Cards, the freshman. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one. First touch by Ortiz. They're going to set up Harrison. Harrison, it gets blocked at the net, and then a double touch, so they're going to say it hit the net. I thought Reeves might have got a block, but they're going to say it hit the net, so 4 touches. So 3-2, Eunice trying to claw back into this one. They throw it up, hit it over deep, and they're going to let it go, and it's in. And Villa picks up an ace. That's her 3rd ace of the night. And the Texico faithful starting to scream at their girls now.
They're getting nervous.
A couple of daddies fired up.
They're getting nervous.
It's 3-3. Villa throws it up, hits it across,
please
and
get over.
hits it into the net.
She got 2 out of 3. I'll take it.
Yeah, 3-4 here. So we're down 1. And that'll bring Harrison back, and she hits it with some authority usually.
Boom.
And she does this time. Jones with a good first touch, keeps it alive. They're going to set Pierce. Pierce hits it across. Texico going to set it up on the outside for Furrow. Maureen with a good first touch. Villa sets up Pierce, and Pierce hits it into the middle and scores another one. That is another kill for Pierce. She's probably playing her best volleyball that I've seen all year from her.
Yep. It's a good time to be playing it, too, against the #1 team.
Yeah, so it's 4-4. Chloe Jones goes back to the service line, throws it up, hits it over. It's a good one, and it's an ace. Chloe Jones with another ace here today, and the Lady Cards have taken the lead, 5-4.
I think that's her 4th ace of the game, right?
I have her at 3.
3?
But
Okay,
I get
this is going to be an
excited.
ace, too, watch.
You know what? They didn't change the score right there, so they either missed it or they were behind 1. And there's a good block at the net by Mariah.
She got excited too, boy.
Yes, she did.
I hope I got that on video.
And so that makes it 6-4. Jones remains at the service line. Throws it up, hits it over. It's a nice one. And Jones with another ace.
Texico looks lost, and we look great.
Man, I'm telling you, I see it in us every now and then. And it comes out at weird moments, but here goes Jones. She hits this one over to this other side. Texico struggling with it. They do get it in the air, though. Gets deflected, hit across. Jones keeps it alive. Villa going to set Pierce, and Pierce slams it toward the back, and it's about a foot long like a hot dog at Sonic during happy hour. 7-5. Desiree Holman to serve for the Wolverines. She hits it across. Jones digs that one up. Pierce going to send it into the middle, and Thompson hits it across. And Thompson with a nice little touch kill.
In that little area, man, we're killing them right in the center of the court.
8-5 as the Eunice Cardinals have found a little gap, right, like you said, near that, what do they call that, the 10-foot line or whatever?
Yes.
Pierce back to serve again. Eunice leads by 3. Pierce hits this one. It's a good one. Sowers, they set up Fanulanu in the middle. Jones with a good dig. Then they set up and right into that same spot as Gillespie kills it into the middle, and Eunice, 9-5, working hard to make a living.
Not today.
I'm telling you, just like Dolly Parton, the Lady Cards have come alive and the Wolverines have hibernated.
They're panicking, brother.
9-5, and the parent group up here beside us is not happy with their Lady Wolverines. Here goes Pierce. She throws it up, hits it over. Texico with a good first touch. They set it in the middle, and Fanu blasts that one right down our throats and said, here, take some catch up on this one.
I'll give him 1 over 3.
So it's 9-6.
I mean, fix his camera over
Tell
here.
who the server is. Maybe one. Fontanilla. Pierce gets that one alive. Gillespie hits it cross court, and it actually ended up being a pretty good shot. Texico going to set it up in the middle, though. Pierce with a good first touch to keep it alive. Jones going to come through from the back and hit it across. Texico setting it up outside for Ortiz. She hits it cross court, and Gillespie misplays it and hit it back toward the scoreboard on the opposite
Side.
wall. 9-7. Lady Cards up by 2. I believe this is Fontanilla back to serve. Throws it up, hits it across. It's a good one. Pierce keeps it alive, though. She's going to set it up at the net, and Villa hit it just a little too close to the net for Thompson to be able to get there. 9-8. Eunice up by 1. Kiera Fontanilla back to serve. Throws it up, hits it across. Pierce's first touch goes sideways, but Jones comes through and hits it across. Texico going to set it in the middle.
Oh, wow.
A little dink across there, and they score, and it's 9-9, and the Texico faithful have come alive.
And Eunice calls timeout.
Skinner is going to take a timeout.
Man, beautiful job by the Lady Cardinals there on the offensive side. The defensive side, we're struggling a little bit, but we'll get there.
I got to tell you, the wheels could completely fall off right now, and I would view today as a success. I would love to see the W, and I'm wanting to see the W, but, I mean, we're playing.
Yeah, we're playing.
And we're showing we can play. If we can do this against Texico, we can dang sure do it against people like Jal and Loving and Hagerman and Tatum. We're capable. There's no doubt about it. So 9-9 is the score here. We're in set number 4. Texico took the first 2, although the second one was close. Eunice wins set number 3, and now we are in set 4.
Tied up. 9-9 here in the 4th game, correct? 4th set?
This is the 4th set, yes, sir. So 9-9. Eunice was up, 4? And Texico's clawed back into this sucker. The Wolverines woke up from hibernation, and they're trying to finish this one and take the long drive north for the winner. Pierce and Thompson run into each other. They're going to set it across.
Double hit.
And they're going to call the double hit.
That's the first time they call that tonight, so it's not bad.
Fontanilla back to serve. Throws it up, hits it across. Jones with the first touch. They're going to set Villa to Thompson. Thompson hits it into the middle. A good diving save by the Texico defense. Pierce, Villa, over to McGuire, and McGuire comes under the net. Her foot was 1.5 feet on the other team's side. I saw it. The official saw it. It's 9-11 here, and now the Texico faithful are getting noisy again. Fontanilla, Pierce, Villa just tips it across. They're going to set it up right in the middle for Fanu. Good job by Pierce. Jones going to send it to McGuire. McGuire sends it across. They're going to set up Fanu in the middle, and she slams it home. And is a big, big spike there. And I keep calling her Fanu. First name unknown, last name unknown. She's number 29. I looked again at Max Preps just now. I got your roster off Max Preps. She's
Man,
not
she's
on
too
there.
good not to be on the roster.
Yes, I concur. So Pierce, they're going to set it up to Thompson. Thompson hits it across. Texico keeps it alive. Ortiz, Pierce, Villa, and Gillespie punches it. Texico now playing, keeping it alive. Fanu slams that one into the net. It spins over the top and falls in. It's 9-13.
That young lady's carrying that Texico team on her back.
Yeah, she's definitely done it for them, for sure. I guess what I'm seeing is everybody keeps hauling waters over to the Eunice team. I guess our whole team don't have water. I guarantee you there's big red jugs back there. You just got to go get ice out of that machine in there, and that takes some walking. 13-9. Ortiz tips that one across. And maybe they're dehydrated. 9-14.
They're cramping up. Is that why they can't move on the court?
I've seen several parents hauling waters over and dropping it down the side so that their kids have water. So Jones digs that one up. They set McGuire. She hits it to the back. Texico getting some momentum here. They fire that one deep, and that is Fanu again, number 29. She slams it off the hands of Jones out, and that's going to make it 9-15. Remember what I talked about, how 1 minute we look amazing, and then it's been this way all season. Fontanilla hits it across. Pierce misplays that one out of bounds, and it's 16-9. And Eunice going to take another timeout, and this is what I mean about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It has been like this all year, and I don't get it.
Wow, we were playing so great there for the first 9 points. Just phenomenal, and just can't break that young lady's serve. She's made what, 10 points?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's just working us right now. And the bad part about it is
the serves are returnable.
I hate to say it, they're returnable serves. You know, and we're just misplaying them, mishitting them. Just can't get it going. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I wish
if there's an answer, right?
Yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, we can look really, really good and get an old guy's heart rate up, and then we can look really, really bad and get an old guy's heart rate up. So
it's not good for that old man either way.
I'm going to have to go take an extra blood pressure pill or some nitro or something. All right, so here we go. Fontanilla throws it up, hits it across. Gillespie with a good first touch. Over to Thompson. They set Gillespie, and she hits it right into the net. 9-17.
Just creeping away little by little.
The Texico Lady Wolverines now starting to do their chants and cheers again, getting excited. Throws it up, hits it across. Jones with a good first touch. Over to Thompson. Thompson fist slams it over. A little double ball at the net, and you had Mariah McGuire jumping against a girl that looks like she's about 6'2". At the net, and unfortunately for us, the 6-2 won. It's 18-9.
Yep, 50-50 balls.
Lady Wolverines in the lead. Fontanilla throws it up, hits it over. Jones with the first touch to Thompson. It looked like a double hit, but they didn't call anything. We get it across. They're going to set up Ortiz. Ortiz plays the ball down the sideline. It goes off the edge of Pierce's hands and out of bounds, and it's 19-9. The Lady Cards trailing here.
And they look like they're hurting now. They're no more jumping high-fiving no more, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to blame it on dehydration. That sounds like a good excuse to me. 19-9. Here goes Fontanilla. And that ball finds the corner as Pierce and Thompson both looking at each other like, you got it or do I got it? And nobody gets it, and it's an ace.
Guess nobody wanted it, right?
Yep. So Fontanilla back again. I think she served like 15 in a row. Villa going to set the other team. They hit it across. Jones just going to come running through and bump it in. Texico now resets. Ortiz off a deflected ball off the hands of Villa, out of bounds. It's 21-9, and the wheels on the bus aren't going round and round no more.
I don't think there's no more wheels on the bus.
I think the air ran out of them. Fontanilla throws it up and hits it across. If Fontanilla stays at the service line when this thing is over, I think she started at 6. Eunice was up 9-6, I believe.
I believe you're right.
So Gillespie comes through, punches that one right into the net, and it's 22-9, and this, 22-9. Fontanilla started serving, I believe at 6. Throws it up, hits it over. Good first touch there by Pierce. Thompson slams it into the net, and it's 23-9. The Lady Cards on the verge of seeing this one come to an end.
I believe you're right.
Fontanilla back at the service line, throws it up, hits it over. It's misplayed by Pierce, out of bounds. It's 24-9. And Fontanilla from 6 to 24.
And she has such an awkward serve. She throws both hands up. Watch.
Throws it up. hits it over. Pierce with the first touch. Villa. Jones comes from the back row and hits it. Now they're going to set up Fanu at the front. Pierce with the first touch. Thompson to McGuire, who hits it across. Little volley going. They set Fanu. She slams it down. It's deflected off the Lady Cardinals, and the Lady Cardinals lose 25-9 in set number 4. The Lady Cardinals battled. That's all I can say.
I have nothing to say.
So Eunice falls 3-1 to the number 1 team in the state of New Mexico. Just looking at some numbers here, Jones had about a dozen digs. She had 2 kills. She had 4 aces. Thompson with a couple of kills, a couple of aces, a dig, and a bunch of assists. Maureen with a couple of digs, a few digs. Villa with 3 aces. Pierce with 7 kills. Sarah Reeves with 6 kills and 3 blocks. Gillespie with 8 kills. Mariah McGuire with a couple of kills and a block. And Gaetan with a kill. Those are the numbers that I have for you here. Quick rundown of the sponsors, and I got to go because I got to be in Hobbs. Parker Energy Services, BTH Services and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Lobo Trucking, Cardinal Hardware, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, NMR Pipeline, Redbird Gas, Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Guns Up Services, Debbie's Country Kitchen, Herrera's Oilfield Services, and Devon Energy. Thank you for listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.